What's up, guys? Welcome back. Shane Werthner here. It is time to get into our pirouette workout. Today we're going to be working on our hamstrings. We're going to be working on our lower leg strength. We're going to be working on our back strength so that our first positions are in a good place. And we're also going to be working a little bit on hip strength to make sure that we can hold our retiré in the right position. You are going to need a couple of things for this workout. You're going to need a resistance band. I've got one over here. Resistance band. You're also going to need some ankle weights. So if you don't have them, go get them right now. And let's get into this, guys. Time for our winning warm-up. Here we go. Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome. We are about to start the workout, but first we have to get started with our winning warm-up. So what we're going to do, 5 exercises, 1 minute per exercise. That's 5 minutes of warm-up. You guys can use this anywhere. You can use it before class. You can use it before your workouts. It's a great way to get your body warm and moving, get those joints ready to do what they got to do, and then you're going to feel excellent for the exercises that we have coming up at you for the rest of the workout. So here we go. Are you ready? Let's get started. First exercise, what we're going to do. Coming down to the ground. Hands are going to be behind you like this. You're going to push hips up into the air and coming back down. Hips up, coming back down. 1 minute. Then we're going to turn over, hands on the ground, into a push-up position, pushing back into downward facing dog, coming back. 1 minute. Popping up into a squat, hands between your knees, on the ground, stretching up into a pike, coming down. Again, 1 minute. Nice wide stance. Opening over to the side, lunging across, also 1 minute. Last one, coming down to the ground, knee back, pushing forward, stretching that knee, coming down, 1 minute on each side. I guess I lied. We got to do 6 minutes, don't we? We got 6 because we got 2 sides of the last exercise. All right, guys, when you're ready, we're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. right, guys, you should be nice and warm now, ready to get into the workout. Our first exercise, we're going to be working on getting our retiré into the right position. So what we're going to do, using a bar or something that you can hold on to, I'm going to stand in front of this bar, but usually what you would do is stand behind it. I just want you to really see the pattern of movement of my legs. So what you're going to do is you're going to plie in a second position, and from there, you're going to push your foot up to that retiré, back to second position, up to retiré, back to second position, up to retiré. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds on one side, have a little rest, and then 30 seconds on the other side. Making sure that we're getting to that position and holding and getting that strong retiré position as clean and quickly as possible. Let's get into it, guys. Awesome work, guys. Now that you have found that retiré position from a plie in second position, what we're going to do is we're going to, keeping your ankle weights on, you're going to lift your retiré position up. And what we're going to do is we're going to rise up, balance, on, and down. Rise up, balance, back to the bar, and down. We're going to do that 10 times on each side. We're going to do 3 sets. You're going to feel that strength in the releve. Now when we're doing this, guys, as you're rising up, I'm going to show you from the side as well. As we're rising up, we don't want to let that go in. Okay? So really important, keeping that strength, rising up and down. Rising up and down, lifting up through the belly button, keeping that rotation through your retiré and your standing leg. Let's get into it, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, our next exercise comes in with our resistance band. So we're going to be working on the connection through the shoulder and the strength in the shoulders at the back, so that when we're holding our position, we know how to set that shoulder into position and really create strength through our arms as we're doing our pirouettes in our first position, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to grab this resistance band, and you're going to have your palms facing straight up. And taking a nice comfortable stance, you're going to grab that band, you're going to open your arms out to the side, keeping your elbows as close to the body as possible, and then coming back to neutral. We're going to do that 10 times. Then you're going to turn it over, hands straight out to the front, keeping your elbows nice and stretched. And you can see I'm not lifting up with my shoulders. My shoulders are nice and pressed down. My core is engaged, and I'm pulling out to the side, and then back together. Out to the side, and then back together. If you're struggling with this one, still go through full range of motion for every rep, but give yourself a little bit of slack in the band so that when you're pulling, it's not creating quite as much tension, or find a lighter band to work with. All right, let's get into this. We're going to build some shoulder strength. We're doing 3 sets of 10 in each position, no rest in between. Let's get it done. Guys, as always, we have to do a core exercise to make sure that our engagement of our abdominals and our back and everything is right where it needs to be to finish off the workout. So what we're going to do for this last one, you're going to come down into what we call a hollow hold. Now for this one, you can do a couple of things to start out, depending on where your strength level is. You can place your hands underneath your pelvis, so we're keeping our back into the floor. Or if you've got strength enough not to do that, you can make sure that your hands are out to the side. What we're going to do once we're in that position is you're going to cross your feet into a fifth, retiré, and down, retiré, and down, retiré, and down. Keeping rotation through both legs. Change, retiré, and down, retiré, and down, retiré, and down. You can do 10 on each side, have a rest. One more time, have a rest. And then the third time is up to you, whether you do it or not. I would say go for the third set, but again, up to you. It's going to be in there. It's optional. Let's get it done, guys. Let's finish off this workout, get into the cool down. Here we go. Well done, guys. You made it through another workout. Congratulations. We're going to get into our cool down now. We're not going to have a lot in this one. I just want to work on maybe some flexibility through the backs of your legs and also into the glutes, because we did a lot in rotation today. So making sure that your external rotators are nice and mobilized after all of that work that we did. So the first thing we're going to do is just get some stretch through our hamstrings, because what we did a lot of today was that contraction of the hamstring. So as you're lifting that leg up, the hamstring is working quite hard to lift your foot towards your body. So you're just going to bend forward, placing your hands onto the ground, and we're going to do 60 reps of what we call baby elephant walks. Here we go, guys. Bending for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, pull yourself closer, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 2, 3, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 6, 57, 58, 59, 60. Well done, guys. Coming down to the ground, we're going to come onto one knee, bring our other foot forward, opening that knee out to the side. We're going to sit into a pigeon stretch, and we're going to hold in this position, trying to keep your back leg as parallel as possible. As you can see, my glutes are a little bit tight. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. Good. Coming over to the other side. Again, starting in that kneeling position so we get a nice parallel back leg. Bringing this front foot forward, opening into that hip, and just stretching into our pigeon for 30 seconds. Good, coming back to our neutral position now. We're just gonna cross our legs, relaxing here, placing your palms onto your knees, closing your eyes, and we're gonna go for 6 deep breaths, 5 counts in and 5 counts out. Here we go. Going in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Opening your eyes. Awesome work today.